sound down a little. If you haven't got your business cards in it, you've got about 1.5 minutes, 2 minutes to sprint your business card down, throw it in the bowl before it comes up on stage. Everyone's got their cards in there, good stuff. Andy, can we just close that red door, please? That way the chances of me winning are greatly increased if everybody's out of the room. Okay. So last minutes to get your cards in. All good. Anyone see your last minute additions? Oh, one coming down. Quick. Well done. A couple more still coming down. Okay, can I get my little helper here to bring me my glass bowl up? And whilst I'm doing that, we invite Ramon Christian, who's the President of the Logistics Society in Singapore, to come and join me on stage. Ramon, where are you? There you go, good stuff. Ladies and gentlemen, Ramon Christian is the President of the Logistics Society. He's also the co-chairman of LogiSYM, and to be fair to Ramon, I think the whole LogiSYM concept started evolving in 2013 for you. So that's if I can introduce you and I might say a few words on behalf of the organisers.
Thanks, Daryl, for the introduction. Just a gentle reminder to everyone. I know it's quite traditional for us to do this. After the lucky draw, don't make a beeline for the door and go home. Okay? Okay. Well, we're at the tail end of day one. Still a couple of very interesting sessions to go. But I thought I'd share some information with you. Daryl mentioned earlier about LogiSYM. And I've been asked a few times today about LogiSYM here in Malaysia and GLCS and the opportunity that we have. LogiSYM is actually started off as a brand name that the Logistics and Supply Chain Management Society came up with, and it was supposed to be a neutral platform for us to work with other organizations, other logisticians, companies, to have venues such as this to exchange ideas and information. So that's how LogiSYM started. Originally it was from members. We had our first public forum in 2014 in Singapore. We started out with 200 people last year. Our March event this year, we've had more than 300 people. And one of the things that I'm very, very proud about is that LogiSYM started out, and today in Singapore is still run 100% by volunteers. So I think you might have heard Deborah say that this morning. She was quite surprised to find that out. But in Singapore, it's run by volunteers, and we put it together. And a lot of hiccups, bumps, and bruises along the way, but we somehow managed to pull it off. But I hope we get better as we progress. This year, we've been very fortunate. We've combined forces with GLCS here in Malaysia, and it's the 4th event that GLCS has had. And compared to last year, we had about 45 to 50 attendees. This year we are topping off at about 180. So quite a significant growth. Okay, so we're quite proud of that. Taking a note from the session we had just before the break on diversity, I normally share this at any event that I speak at. And two things I always look out for. The number of speakers that we have from the ASEAN region, okay, and the number of female speakers. So in that sense, I think Malaysia is doing far better than Singapore. Of the 50-odd speakers we have, about 35% approximately are from the ASEAN region, so Singapore, Malaysia, etc. And we've got, I think, 6 female speakers over the next 2 days. Okay, well, that's the numbers I have. So it's always good to see more active participation from the people in the supply chains here in Asia who actually work in the supply chains of people from the region, and I think the trend is increasing in the positive direction. As far as LogiSYM goes, I'm sure you've heard a few times Daryl mention, or a couple of the organizers mentioned, we've got a magazine, and we've also got face-to-face events such as this that we organize. Now, just let me take a straw poll. I'm always curious about this. How many of you prefer to receive 100% digital magazine? Can I have a show of hands? 100% digital. Okay. And the rest of you, show of hands roughly for a print magazine. How many of you prefer a print magazine? Okay. So it seems that more people prefer a digital magazine. Well, the good news is we've got both. All right. LogiSYM magazine gets distributed to about 80,000 subscribers. So I think we're one of the largest supply chain publications in the Asia-Pacific region. A fairly impressive number, I think. And we also have a print circulation that goes out every quarter as well. The last thing I'd like to say, or second last thing actually, is along the way we've got the editor of our magazine, Joe Robardo here. You've got the organizing committee. If there's any feedback that you want to give us on how to improve, please feel free to share that with us. And before I end off, I'd like to thank two particular groups of people, the sponsors for making this event possible, and also very importantly, Jeevan Chandran. Jeevan, stand up. And Daryl Judd. The guys who made GLCS LogiSYM 2015 possible. Please give them a round of applause. Thanks, guys. And with that, I hope that you'll enjoy the rest of the remaining 2 days. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Ramon. I might just get you to down thanks for this nice talk. I can invite Nina Durant, the chairman of MV, up on stage to undertake the lucky draws. Come to the centre, please. Come on, Nina. That is Nina Durant from MV. We're looking for 3 winners, so perhaps you can start first with the tablet, Nina. Rules of thumb, you need to be in the room to collect it, or it all goes to me. What do we got there, Ramon? Nani Raman from MISC Integrated Logistics. Going once, going twice, going thrice. Gone. I would have stood up and said MISC. She's here in the room? Okay, we'll do it again. Rules, they could have been in the room. Can't run to the bathroom first. Oh no, this card looks familiar. Ivan Chua, APL Logistics. Ivan, thanks for your support. Thank you. We also have 2 books from Dr. John Katorna, which is, we talked a lot about delivering value through people today, so dynamic supply chains. John, I wasn't unable to get to his Greece conference last week, but he kindly sent these to our office. I got 2 runs, perhaps Nina, you can draw another one for us, please. Another familiar card. Ashraf, S.C. Johnson. So, if anyone else wants the last book, John's on that table over there. Yeah, we've got Nina behind you there. Thank you. And last but not least, shuffle around, look up with somewhere, pick my card. There you go.
20 cards.
Sorry?
Stefan Van Kullen, Scandinavian Tobacco Group.
Thank you very much, Stefan. Basically, thank you very much for your patience with that. Without further ado, we're going to get to optimising order fulfilment and through integrated solutions, one of our key sponsors today, Schaefer, and one of the reasons that we're Very excited to have Schaefer on.